There are a lot of things in Minecraft that you have to do over and 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 over again. And I don't want to do them anymore. I can't do it. I can't do it. Like if I need emeralds, I have to go and collect my bamboo, craft it into 6, and then sell it to this guy. It's so boring. So today I thought we could automate some of these processes. With redstone. No. I don't have the time or energy to do that. Instead of collecting the redstone, planning the contraption, collecting other resources for the contraption, then finally building the contraption, why play Minecraft at all? I'm going to be using the power of programming. All I have to do is sit in my chair and press my buttons on my keyboard. Yes, and use ChatGPT, but that's also through the keyboard, so that's why I didn't mention it. Also, I want people to think I'm smart, Lily. They can't know that I also use ChatGPT like a normal person. Ooh. Yeah, it's fine. I'll just cut that part out. Anyway, I have a list of boring tasks that I don't want to do any longer, so let's start working through them. The first thing I want to do is what I mentioned earlier, collecting, crafting, and selling bamboo. So what can I do about that? My idea is that if I had a keyboard shortcut, let's say when I press F6... then I'll write some code to move my mouse and press my keyboard for me. Now I will have to start in the same place every time, because this would just be pressing my keyboard and moving my mouse in a set way every time. But I am way too lazy to change the layout of my base, and if I make some code, I am doubly as less likely to go and change the layout of my base, because that would mean going updating all that code, and I don't want to do that. Oh, no. Okay, so here's some of the code. Now, I'm not going to go through exactly how all this works. This isn't a tutorial, and I don't want people that don't understand code to get lost. So, we have the stop keys. These are the keys that I press if I want the program to stop at any moment. So that's control and the up arrow. So if it starts doing something that I don't want it to do, like start breaking something it's not supposed to, all I have to do is press these buttons and it'll stop. This is like the blueprints of one of the tasks that I'm going to get it to do. So like when I press F6, it'll go and automatically collect all the bamboo, craft a bamboo into sticks, and then sell the sticks to the villager. This is the blueprints for one of them tasks. And I've done it in a way which means I only need to write that code once. Like all this, oh, it's so confusing, I don't want to look at it anymore. Just hide it away. All I have to do is write the name and say, copy that code from above and put it in here. I even code lazily. I give it the button of F6. So when I press F6, it'll run this. And then it has an action, which is a keyboard press to press D. And this is the starting and ending point in time when it runs it. So this is 60 times a second, so it starts at point 0, so at the start when I press F6, and it goes until 1020 60 times per second. So that's 17 seconds into it. And then it'll release the key D at the end of that program. So if I get Minecraft up right now, so I've got to get myself lined up so I don't hit anything. And if I press F6, we'll see that for 17 seconds, my character will move right. It'll hold down the D key. And I'm not pressing anything. I'll clap. Look, watch this. That's me clapping. I don't know how loud that is. Oops, I hit the bamboo. So it should get me to the end, which should take about 17 seconds. And I'm slightly before the end, but I did hit that bamboo. I found like you get kind of right to the end if everything goes smoothly. So everything hopefully will when we're actually using this. And that's good enough for me. So the next thing that we need to do is we need to make it so I'm actually attacking the bamboo. So I hit it with my sword. Yeah, let's go and do that. So while kind of making the code and testing it a little bit, I found that it's really difficult to actually line yourself up so you're looking forward, but when you go straight, you don't hit into anything. I keep finding that I'm walking, and either I'm aiming this way or I'm aiming like kind of diagonal. So I'm either hitting the wall or I'm hitting the bamboo, and it's just stopping me. And what I've found is it's much easier, like I did before, to look down and then line yourself up with a block, and then you're able to go and not hit anything. So what I'm thinking of doing is adding a little bit of mouse movement into it. So I can start in the down position, it automatically moves me looking up, and then goes and chops down all the bamboo. So doing the mouse movement here was a little bit more difficult than what I originally thought it was going to be. So there are some Python modules that move the mouse and are supposed to move mice in-game, which is different to moving mice cursors outside of games, but I couldn't get them to work. And then I remembered a video by ScentDex, I think that's how you say it, I don't know, which I saw a while ago, which was getting a script to follow the minimap markers in Cyberpunk. So I went and had a look at what they used, and what they used was a program by Daniel Kukilia. I don't know if that's how you say it. So thank you very much, both of you, Daniel and Centdex for showing off the code, and Daniel for writing this, because without it, yeah, we wouldn't be able to move the mouse. But what we now have, if I up out of here, there we go, and I line myself up and then press F6, what we'll see is it now goes, it looks up, and then now it'll go and break the bamboo by holding down the mouse button. It also switched to my sword, because I always keep the sword in my first slot. I made it press the 1 button, so it doesn't matter what slot I'm in. When I start the program, it'll always switch to my sword. And then what I've also added in is the ability to walk backwards, so then it'll get to the other side, so it can go and collect all the bamboo. So now what I'm thinking is, it kind of does the second layer of bamboo, almost. Seems to maybe have missed these two here. But it kind of has mostly done the second layer of bamboo. So all I need to do now is get it to move back to here, then forward, then move down this line, collect all this bamboo, and then move back down, down this line, collect all this bamboo, and then go back and round to this kind of row, and just go and get all these like it did before, and then obviously go backwards and forwards down here, collecting it all up. And that's it for the collection. So let me go and implement that. So I've started to add more movement code to the program, and I found that there's too much inconsistency for this actually to be usable. It starts off fine because it's just moving in one straight direction down here, but then when it goes to move to different rows, where it ends up while moving to the second row is based on my starting location, which could be like slightly different depending on, maybe I'm a little bit more forward than the torch, or a little bit more back, or maybe I'm not quite lined up perfectly with it being straight with the mouse there, which then means that wherever I end up gets slightly different, but also where I end up is based off of when my computer registers the keyboard presses it's being sent, and when Minecraft registers the keyboard presses it's being sent. So all that means that when I'm moving to different rows, sometimes it doesn't go forward enough, and then when it goes down the row I end up like hitting bamboo, and then it messes up the whole program. So then it's in a different position when it starts moving this way, so then I start breaking the wrong bamboo or just attacking walls or something. So yeah, some changes need to be made. It not working kind of just means that this causes me more problems and actually more time than what it solves. So what I'm thinking of doing is breaking down harvesting into 2 sections. So this row here and this row here being one section, and this row here and this row here being another section, because this room is pretty much symmetrical. And what I'm thinking is, like, I'll start here for this row, go and do that, and then for these 2 rows, and then for the next section I'll just move my character to being here. So we'll have to like move my character and starting 2 different locations, but I just think it's gonna be, it will be actually usable. The other thing is the mouse movement that I added in, as you saw, did work when I first implemented it, but then after using it, sometimes it's not very precise. Sometimes the mouse is lower down and sometimes the mouse is higher up. So I end up just destroying all my bamboo, or not destroying much bamboo because I'm aiming too high. So what I was thinking was, is there any way of determining if my character is looking straight this way? And what that made me think about was the F3 screen. So if you look in the center of the F3 screen, you'll see that there's a red line and there's a blue line and there's a green line. These mark the X, Y, and Z coordinates. So if I just move around, we'll see that the blue line is the Z, the X line is the red line, yeah, and the Y is the green there. And if you look when I look right down, you'll be able to see that I can only see the blue and red line, and when I look up to the correct position, all I can see is the blue and green line. So the idea that I've had is, if I move in smaller increments, starting in this position and moving until my computer can't see any red in the center of the screen, then it'll start always in the correct position. So I had a talk with ChatGPT and came up with a pretty cool solution. So what it does is it takes a screenshot of the center of the screen. Well, first it presses F3, and then it takes a screenshot of the center of the screen, and then goes, let me just look at the just red of the screen. And then it moves the mouse up by little amounts, I think it's just 5 pixels each time, until it can't see any more red. So we can actually see it happening if I start the program. So let me line up here, and then if I press F6, then you'll be able to see it presses F3, and then and then that box that comes up, that black box, is what the computer sees. So if you look closely, I'll go and do it again. If you look at the center of the screen and look at the red line, you'll be able to see that it matches perfectly to that white line in that black box. Look at that. So what the computer's doing is it's just getting the just red parts of the center of the screen so that it doesn't see everything else. And that means that we can just determine if that red mark is gone. And because of that, that's why it's black and white, because it's either is red or it's not red. So it's either black or it's white in this situation. That's what I've gone and done, and as you can see, it worked both times. So I think I've done it. This is the first time testing the whole program, because I've just done it in like sections, like just kind of doing the breaking it all and then collecting it all separately, testing those separately, so just starting in the same position. So I'm hoping that it works. If I line myself up, now if I press F6, hopefully, I'm looking up. I got the sword and I'm harvesting. This is going well so far. And I'm walking back. And now I should get to the other side and then start the collection process. So I've already collected both of those rows, so I just need to collect the next 2 rows. Oh, and there we go, and then hopefully I make it to the end. Oh, and then I fall down a hole. So that's yeah, maybe slightly too long, but yeah, not by very much. So yeah, that seems to work. Well, it did work. So let's try this next. Let's try this next row here, and hopefully I don't break anything that I'm not supposed to while doing this. I've tested this row less than the other one. I don't think I've done even the breaking on this row. I think I did the breaking on the previous one, so I broke a torch. There we go. But this should work. I mean, the vines... Oh, no! What? No, 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 stop button, stop, stop. What? Oh, they're so irritating. Ah, anyway, the vines might... I don't know if they move the player. I think maybe that will be fine, but they might slow me down enough to kind of maybe, hopefully not, but maybe mess it up a little bit. Let's just see. I might just have to cut those vines down. That's fine. And it seems to be going... No, 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 I hit the bamboo! Oh, no. That's probably me not aiming properly at the start. Okay, I'm going to do that one more time. It's easier to line up when you have a torch. I think maybe if I put a torch there and I can kind of line up with the torch. There we go. Right, let's try that again. I would like to say that the box there that shows what the computer sees, the red is slightly less if I'm in full screen mode than if I'm not in full screen mode, because some of the text moves around in the F3 screen and it goes over the center bit. So it sees enough where it can still make it work, but that's why that's kind of not showing a line like it was before. Now, the only thing I've just realized is that, yes, okay, yeah, because it hits... Ooh, I'm still moving. Oh, there we go. Right, I fixed it. Because it hits... Because this is a wall, it comes down, it hits here, which means that it needs to go back less, but it thinks it needs to go this way 2 more blocks, because it should be starting here, but it's not starting here. Which means that this gets messed up and then we start hitting bamboo. That's not great. Maybe... I mean, there's an easy fix to that. It's going like this. There's no problem with doing that, is there? I mean, I could just go like this, maybe. Will it fail on this one because it's doing the same thing? Do I need to... Can you guys... What if I just kind of go boop? How far do I need to go? Another block. Can you just like move a little bit over? Actually, just move a little bit back. Just move a little bit back. A little bit back. There we go. Good boy. That sounded weird. There we go. If I go like that, and then maybe even kind of like that, it should work. Right. One more time. This is the time. This is the time it works. Those other times I was just joking around. This is the time. This is the actual time. I just need to eat this this pork chop. Now it is the time. It is my destiny that this shall work. And I'm going to break this torch. I just moved that torch and now I have to move it back. Did I not aim myself properly? I didn't aim myself properly because I just got kicked the bamboo. When I said that time, I actually meant this next time is what I meant to say. I'm getting close to the bamboo again. No, what? Did I not line myself up? Is it the vines that's messing me up? I gotta do this again. That's like perfect. Right, go again. There we go. That worked that time. I hear a zombie somewhere, that's not good. Would you what? Wait, this is the same though. It must be the vines. It must be the vines messing it up. Let me try... No, it would be this vine, wouldn't it? If I just block off this vine, the other vine shouldn't do anything. Let me try and do that. This is the time. This is the real time. This is the actual time. Before I was misinformed. I thought that those were going to be the time. This is the time now. Everybody knows it. Everyone's excited. Everybody's very happy to be finally watching a victory from Bob You Are here. Oh, and now I'm going back. Perfect. Oh yeah. See, nobody had any doubts. Nobody had any doubts this wasn't going to work. Nobody was scared while pressing F6. Nobody thought, oh no, I'm going to have to edit this video so it looks like a success even though it's not. Nobody thought that. That never happened. Now I'm going to the next row and it's perfectly fine. It was the vines messing me up somehow. I seem to be getting very close to the bamboo though. I'm getting scared about that, but I should be fine because I was lined up at the start. Please. Yay! There we go. There we go. And now the next stage is to get this, all this bamboo, to walk over to this crafting table. Or actually, I'll probably move over to the crafting table myself because I don't know where I'm actually going to be. Because I might do the rows in reverse order. But anyway, and then hit on the crafting table. And my idea is, I had two ideas. The first idea was it could like identify green in my inventory and then go over to it and go boop, 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 and put it in like that and make sticks. But what I was thinking is I might have something else that's green in my inventory, so it'd have to be like really specific. And then what if I had like some other bamboo things in my inventory? Then it might go for the wrong thing, and it's a little bit messy. So what I was thinking is just using the recipe book. And if I make it so, because this button's always going to be in the same place, if I make it just go to this part of my screen, press the button, then go to this part of the screen, press this button, type in stick, and then is it shift click? It is not shift click. Is it control click? What is it? There's a way of doing this. There we go. Shift click. That is the right. Shift click on this. There we go. Yeah, shift click on the sticks, and then go to this area, and then shift click, and then make a load of sticks, and just keep doing that. Actually, I could just make sticks in my inventory. I don't even need a crafting table. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, so it just keeps going round and doing that, and it'll probably just go and do that. Oh, does that not always to go to for the bamboo? Does it sometimes go for something else? I don't know. Anyway, it'll keep doing that until maybe it detects like the red around this border or something like that. Let's go and have a look first and see what we can detect and see what we can do there. Okay, so to do this, I've just written this like really short bit of code which will just put on my screen where my mouse is, so then I can easily just write down the positions that I want and then move those over to the other program and say move my mouse to these positions and then click and do all that stuff. So yeah, let's go and have a look at that. Right, so on my screen is my mouse position. So right now it's kind of staying at the same point, but if I take it out of here, we'll be able to see it. Ooh, it moves around. So if I go over the book, we can see that that's minus 856, 620. If I click on the book and then go to the search bar, oh wait, is that not long enough to show the display? There we go. If I go to the search bar we can see it's minus 1360, 417. So this is actually everything in the game that if you type in stick comes up in this menu, and it'll always come up in this order because this is alphabetical, I assume. Yeah, seems like it. That's because I've got a data pack on the server which just unlocks all of the recipes. So we shouldn't ever have to worry about this. So then what it's got to do is got to shift and click at minus 1406 505, and then go to minus 352 475, then shift click into the inventory, and I'll keep doing that until this has gone red, but for right now we just wanted to keep doing it over and over again. So let me go and implement that, and I'll be right back. Ooh. Well, I've just found something cool that I didn't know. If there's multiple recipes for something and you right click on it, it brings up a menu, and then you can select what you want to use to make that thing. So if we actually make it right click, then shift left click, then it'll put all the bamboo in here, and it won't ever do the weird wood thing. That's pretty cool. So I've currently got it working, so if I press F7, it will do it very quickly, so fast that I can't really talk over it. But I'll go into my inventory, press the recipe book, go to the search bar, type in stick, and then the mouse is hovering over bamboo. So now all it needs to do is shift click the bamboo in, go over to the stick area, shift click the stick out, then go back to the bamboo, do that again. Actually, can it press space? Oh. Shift space! I didn't. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I just remembered that. Right. Yeah, so we'll go and do shift space and then keep clicking here. And what it will do is it'll keep checking if this area has gone red instead of white. So what I'm thinking is, because there's maybe like little differences between if you're in full screen mode and windowed mode, so you have like a bar at the top where you can like drag it around and stuff, which sometimes I use. I might check that it's like this section shows any red rather than trying to get the edges, because the edges might move a little bit. So if it kind of gives it a little bit of a threshold, a bit over that, and it just checks if this area is red, that should be okay. So doing all that was actually quite simple. It was like the simplest thing I've done. I thought maybe I would have a few more problems, but no, it would get done quite quickly. Why do we have so many shulker boxes? I think I was moving something. Let me let me just go and dump these over here. There we go. Right, so all I need to do is press F7, and it does it kind of faster than what I can talk through, and it's done. So as you saw up on the screen again, I'll move that up to the side, there we go. There is what the computer sees, and as you can see, it ends with seeing a red line. So I'll put up on the screen the part of the screen it's actually looking at when it's in this menu, so you can go and see that and kind of compare it. Let me go and collect some more bamboo, and we'll go and show off that again. Actually, wait, why am I collecting the bamboo? Wait. Oh, it's the first time I could actually use this. Let me line up. There we go. F6. Ooh, there we go. Now I can check my phone. Maybe I'll watch a YouTube video. Oh, Bobby Wise released a new video. I might watch it. Oh wait, no, that's me. I've already seen it. There we go. The end. Right. So, oh wait, I don't have to go anywhere. I was going to run back to my crafting table. All I have to do is press F7. And the next thing that I want to do is come over to this guy and automatically sell the emeralds, which I think with what I've already done is going to be, it's going to take me like 5 minutes maximum. Let me go and see what I can do. And I'm back, and that was quite simple. The only thing I've got to keep in mind is that I have to have an empty slot, because if all the... Actually, I'll go and show it off. Let me go and fill my inventory with sticks. Okay, so I filled my inventory with stacks of sticks, and if I go to this guy, and I'll just show you what I mean. If I press on the trade, and then I go shift click on the trade, and then press space to go and trade with them again, it doesn't work. Yeah, I think this might just be maybe a bug in Minecraft. I'm not really sure. You can obviously fix it by putting enough in here and doing that. But also, if you just start the trade off with an empty slot, then it should be fine. So it just works by, if I press F8, it just works by continuously trading with them by pressing spacebar. And then it waits until, you might have seen on the screen, this area, oh, actually, did you see on the screen? This area has a red X on it, so I'll go and show that off again. Press F8, and there we go. You see that it shows the red X, and that's when it stops. That's when it stops. Why is it not stopping? What's it doing? What? Yeah, so I've started to get that weird bug sometimes where it's happened, I think, once before. I haven't really seen it a lot. I don't know what causes it. I'll have a look through the code, see if I can find anything, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I can show off how it's actually supposed to work. So let me go and... Oh no, I need to wait for this guy to restock his trades. Oh, I have to wait a whole day. Come on. Okay, so let me just show that off again so you can see. So if I go F8, I'm getting confused. All these Fs. F8, and it should. There we go. Oh, I've run out of sticks. No. I guess we could have put a check where when you press spacebar, it checks this space here right after you press spacebar and sees if there's anything green in here, and if there's not anything green, then it also ends. Oh, that could be interesting. Let me go and do that. And we're back. And I'm forgetting my keys. F7? Yep, that does the crafting of sticks. Good. Right. Okay, probably should also go and close the book as well. But now, if I go and press F8, we should see that it did press spacebar, but no emeralds were in here, so it ended. There we go. This does make it a little bit slower because it takes a tiny little bit of time for the emerald trade to show up in here, meaning that it's delayed by, I think it's like 0.1 seconds. So very short amount of time, but it doesn't mean that it's slightly slower. But apart from that, yeah, that all works. So yeah, this whole process is done. I've done it, and I've used it to get bamboo to go and trade with that guy. I went and used the F6. You've just seen me use the F7 to craft it into things. The only thing I haven't really done is traded with this guy using F8. But yeah, it's going to be very useful in the future. The next thing that I want to do is I wanted to head into the Nether. Oh, I love that. So speedy now getting into Nether portals with an Ender Pearl. I want to head into the Nether because I want to take you on a journey. Let's go to the end, right? That's down this path right here. You fly down here and then you just... I think this is it. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's just... Oh, did you see that? I mean, I'm sure you were getting very sleepy while all this was happening as well. It is very boring, and there is nothing to see. I mean, there's quite a nice portal over here, but apart from that, there's nothing to see, and it just makes me too sleepy. Now, I also want to show off this. Right, this is the second place that I go to often. Right, watch this. It's this way. It's my factory, and then you just. Sure. Oh yeah, I'm flying to the factory. See, you just fall asleep. There's nothing here. It's just nothingness. This is so dangerous. Well, I guess it's not because it's another roof and nothing's gonna spawn and kill me. But you know, I've spent hours up here on the nether roof, just asleep at my keyboard. There we go. Finally over at my factory, and then we've got. Actually, let's do the Ender Pearl trick. There we go. And we're back. And we're at our factory. And if you haven't seen this built, I'll leave a link in the description. It'll probably come up on the iCard of when we went and constructed this beautiful mud factory. But did you see that whole process of getting over here? I'm hoping that you're all. Oh my god, you're all falling asleep. Oi! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! The video's not done. There we go. Sorry about that. You all fell asleep on the journey over here. You didn't even realize you did it. So I want, although this seems like like the idea sounds silly, right? To get my computer to fly me over somewhere, like it just sounds like it's going to go wrong because like you can take a lot of damage while flying. But what's the alternative? The alternative is I just fall asleep and I spend hours at my keyboard logged into the server, just standing around doing nothing, and I want to play some Minecraft. Or actually, I don't want to play Minecraft, I want my computer to play it for me. Well, I'll get started on that, but unfortunately that is not going to be completed in this episode, because we have ran out of time. So if you want to see that completed, come back to the next episode, and we'll have that done. It'll be released soon. But anyway, hope you enjoyed, and goodbye!